Moving on to prison. Going to prison now. Baba is you. Wall is stop. Again, I need to get outside the wall to get the win tile. I was stuck on this level for quite some time. It's my understanding that a lot of people get stuck on this level for quite some time. This is probably the first level in the standard progression that has a very non-obvious solution. But once you solve it, you'll know it forever. So we have a Keke tile and a push tile. And we've got the wall is stop rule, which is not immutable because we can push it up and down. And there's something to it. We can't make wall anything because there's not enough space. We can make Keke... Well, actually, we can't even make Keke as wall because the only is right here. And that's no good. We can do a thing where we can make Keke U and Baba U back and forth like this. But that's not going to get us anywhere either, really. So what we're going to do is... Watch this very closely, and I'll explain every step. Is we're going to make Keke push. We're going to get Keke away from my rules here. Wall is stop. Text is always push, if you'll recall. So we can't push Keke into the text. We can push Keke into the wall here. Now, once Keke's in this corner, we can't push the text on top of him. But that's only because what's actually happening here, Keke's not stop. What's actually happening here is this stop tile is being pushed into the is tile, which is being pushed into the wall tile, which is being pushed into the Keke, which is being pushed into the wall, which is stopping the whole train from moving. So if we break Keke as push, now the stop tile will push into the is will push into the wall will not push against Keke because Keke is neither stop nor push, and that will happen. So now we've overlapped this wall text on top of Keke, and if we make Keke U, now Keke is me, and I can move Keke. I can move Keke. If you're in... Keke's in a position, like, inside of a tile that is solid, but that doesn't stop the game. You can walk right out of it. He can't walk back into it. But if we're inside of the tile, all the other surrounding rules apply. I can walk left because it's an empty space. It's actually not an empty space. Very markedly, it's a tile. But that's not important for this level. I can't walk up or right because there are walls in the way, but if I walk down, I break the wall is stop rule. And then I can just walk out of the walls. I can make Baba is win, and I can win the level. So you're always have to be thinking kind of outside. What does the game think you're taking for granted? And then that usually leads to a puzzle solution. Baba is you. Flag, skull, skull, skull. Flag is win is the obvious win state here. Water is sink, wall is stop. Cog is push and melt. Skull is defeat, water is hot. So, I can break water is sink and get over there. That's perfectly fine. It looks as though we're going to have to do something with these three skulls. For example, we could line up a bunch of tiles like this. But if we had one more tile, you could see how this would work. If we had one more step we could use, we could make flag as win like that. But we can't because this cog melts in the water. So I think the level is designed for you to make what looks like the obvious solution. Like, they want you to play around that obvious solution quite a bit. What we're going to do instead, though, is cog is push and melt. We do have a sink tile that we can use. So let's do this. Let's make water is sink up here. That's not going to work, because I need the actually... It breaks the rule before it pushes anything into the water. And I can't do it like... This'll work, but... I need that sink tile for what I have in mind. And I can't make cog not melt. Cog is always going to be melt. I can make all the water tiles into walls. That doesn't help me, but I could do it. I could also make the cog into a water tile, but I can't then do anything with it because I can't push. So let's see here. You know what? No, I think this is right. Yeah, this is right. We just don't want to do it from this direction. Let's get this cog out the way. We can build the sink rule over here, right? Like this. And then, there we go. That's what we want, because we want this sink tile. Actually, we want the is tile, too. So now I can make cog as sink. We don't need to sink the cog in the water. We can push on that skull to sink the skull into the cog, and then just walk to the flag. So don't discount an idea just because it doesn't work. It very well might work if you just think of a different way to implement it. Boiling river. Water is water and hot. Baba is melt. Baba is you and float. Skull is defeat and float. Sure thing. Okay, so if I break the float rule, I die in the water. If I don't break the float rule, I die to the skull. So... and I don't have a spare is to use either. I can free up an is like this. Baba is melt and you. That's fine. Now my U rule is safe. And I build Baba is float to get across the water, then break Baba is float to get under the skulls. I think that might have been actually easier than the first version of the level we did. Or maybe I'm just thinking that because we already solved the first version of that level. ... Bridges. Remember this level? Text is float, rock is float. Flag is win, rock is push, Baba is you, water is sink, hedge is stop. Well, now everything's floating. We can't sink the rock in the water. We can't sink text in the water. Everything's terrible. Can we walk in the water? No. That's no good. So yeah, this is bad, but I think the solution is pretty obvious here. I don't know if I'll have enough spaces for this. So just do something like this. Actually, no, I just thought of a much easier... yeah, we can make rock win, but I just thought of a much easier thing right here. Rock is you, and then the rock can just float across to the flag and win. Oh, we can't, because the rock is floating and the flag is not. But that's what I wanted to do. Okay, let me think. Well, we just push this over, don't we? Because we don't need this is anymore. But we can't repurpose it because we can't push it away from the wall. Wait a minute, no, that is the solution. That is what we need to do. It's just... I'm not thinking straight. We have another is we can use as well. We just build rock as win like this. I'm trying to think, how do we get that is away from the wall? Don't have to. There's another is in the level. Just push that one, Brickroad. My goodness. Tiny Isle. Getting stuck on this level is like a rite of passage. And this might be the earliest level that I was stuck on for a very long time. We're not going to be able to do the same thing as before. There's not going to be a way to get win out of there. We'd need to break 2 water tiles, and there's just no way to do that in this level without a push rule. Because the only way to break a water tile is to make the thing that is you also the thing that is open. And at best, I don't think there's a way to make all 3 of these objects the same objects. So what we're going to have to do instead is make the win rule with that win tile in place. Do we want to do flag as key? We do want to do flag as key again. Or key as flag. It really doesn't matter which. I think I would prefer to be the key, though. I like being the key master. Okay, so we got... Oh, no, I did that wrong. Hold on. Hold on. I want to be the key master, not the flag master. Flags are dumb and wrong. There we go. Flag is key. Now we can make key as you and open. I think we want to break that. Yeah, this should work. Like this. Baba is open and win now. So we had to make a win rule, but we had to make it kind of a second generation win rule by using the and. That Baba is open is of no consequence. Baba only needs to be open because we needed physical space to stretch it out into and win. Dim Signal is the name of this level. Okay, we've got Baba is you, flag is flag, pipe is stop, bog is defeat, cog is stop, robot is push, and we got all kinds of stuff over there. I like how we have the ice word here, but there's no actual ice in the level, and we can't make any because we can't reach that tile. So clearly we're going to do the same thing as before. It's going to be flag and rock and ice is win. And we can push the cog and the robot across the same way we did before. But we have to repurpose one of them. So what are we going to need to build? We're going to need to build robot is push. We're going to build robot is move. Everything I'm going to need, I want to move down here. We're going to need cog is push. Cog is move. We need both of these ands to go across. We don't need an is or a stop. So here's what I can do. Because if you look across the bog, my and tile is going to be 2 tiles away from that pipe. So what I'm going to do is line up and is stop. Now I want to make robot move. He'll push everything across for me. And then come back, because he's bouncing off the wall. And then we can repurpose this robot in another way. And from here, we can do it the same way as the other level. Make robot move. Break his move rule once he's in position. And then we do the same thing with the cog here. Oh, I need that is. Is, I need you. Yeah, I gotta push an is over there. Okay, okay. Fair enough. So I can push this stop over. I'm pretty sure I've got to do it this way. I need 2 tiles that I can sacrifice. But yeah, one of these needs to remain here, and so I can push it across later. I could do this. There, cog is robot. Now I've got 2 robots, and I don't need the cog texts. So we can do this. Repurpose a second robot instead of a robot and a cog. Excuse you. Oh, there's a robot down there moving my text out the way. What? You nerd. Alright, we'll let you be moved for a while longer, I suppose. Yeah, because we need my man to come back across. Alright, robot is push once again. I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing with this push text and it almost got away from me. That was almost terrible. Alright, robot is push. We need to get this second and lined up. There you go, robot. Let's get you out of the line of fire there. That's fine. That robot's now stuck there forever. Robot is pushed one more time. My is now freed up. Put the robot in position. Robot is move. You see what happened there, though, is if I've got two robots. So, an unforeseeable consequence, but not an insurmountable one, because we can just do this. Push both robots in position. Now they both move at once. So we break them both at once. Now my flag is win, and we're gone. Dungeon. Here we are in the dungeon. It's a harder version of this level that we've already completed once. Baba is you. Keke is meh. Wall is stop. And we don't have Keke as push anymore. So, we're going to solve this the same way as before, but getting Keke into position is going to be a little more difficult. I want to get this U rule away from the top wall so I can build a vertical U rule on top of it without breaking the original one. And then we just need to get Keke into position here. Like this? Not quite. That's not good. I don't want to push the stop rule down. I need to break this Keke's U rule while Keke's in position. Is my goal. Is that going to be possible? I feel like it should be possible. What if we do this? Oh, you know what? This'll work. Actually, Keke is Baba. I can make this work. I can work with this. Let's get them separated like this. Baba's not push, so we can just stack the Babas like this and then break the rule. Okay, well, I accidentally won that level. Sometimes you accidentally win levels. It happens, but hey, you know what? I'll take it. That should be area complete. I didn't mean to go back in the level, staring down Keke, the villain of the game. I also didn't mean to exit the game, even though we are about to cut the video, so exiting the game is probably going to happen in the next few seconds anyway. But now we have options. We can either go down to Area 4, the Forest of Fall, or proceed up to Area 3, the Temple Ruins. Be sure to go down to the comments, let me know what area you want to see next, and I will ignore what you say because I recorded this weeks ago. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next episode.
Shoutouts to Ian Diaz for sponsoring this video. If you liked the video and you want to see more, please tickle my thumb, leave a friendly comment, and ring my little bell.